Are you tired of your flabby buttock? Want to have a firmer butt or maybe give it a rounded look? If your answers are yes, then this video is for you. For today's video, we'll give you the 10 best exercises to work out your glutes. Continue watching this video to learn more. Number 1. Conventional deadlift. The conventional deadlift, the king of all deadlift variations, is one of the most popular exercises around, and rightfully so. It challenges the muscles around the hip, knee, and ankle. It also taxes the muscles surrounding your wrist, elbow, and shoulder to hold the barbell, but those joints do not contribute directly to the range of motion. How to do the conventional deadlift. To get into position, push your hips back as you reach down for the bar. Allow the knees to bend naturally. If you are tall, have long legs, or limited hip flexion abilities, you may want to elevate the bar with a small box under each weight plate. Once you have made contact with the bar, secure your grip and engage your abdominals. Drive through the floor. As you push through the floor with your quads, drive your hips forward as you reach the top. Return safely back to the starting position by hinging at the hip and controlling the bar as it returns back to the ground. Before we continue, a like would be great. Number 2. Back squat. The back squat is a compound exercise that challenges every muscle in the legs, especially the glutes. Its primary use in training is to challenge hip extension, driving the lower body up from the bottom position and placing a high amount of tension on the glutes. How to do the back squat. Set a barbell in a power rack to shoulder height. Get under the barbell, set the bar across your upper traps, or set the bar across your shoulder blades if you're performing low bar squats. Brace your core and lift the weight out of the rack. Take small steps back 1 foot at a time to get yourself into position. With your chest up, squat down until the bottoms of your thighs are parallel to the floor. Drive back up by pushing your feet through the floor. Number 3. Barbell glute bridge. This exercise is very effective at loading the glutes in their shortened position, without the need to load the spine. What separates the glute bridge from the hip thrust is the range of motion. How to do the barbell glute bridge. Load a barbell with rubber bumper plates if possible, as you want the bar higher up off of the ground. Now roll the barbell towards you so it's sitting on your hips. Place your upper back on a bench and bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor. Squeeze your glutes and drive your hips up, holding onto the barbell with both hands to prevent it from falling until your body is in a straight line from knee to chin. Hold this position for a beat and then lower the weight back down. Number 4. Belt squat. This unique squat variation uses a machine to help load the lower body without the need to place more load on the low back and spine. It's popular across all levels of fitness, including among bodybuilders, powerlifters, and weightlifters for building muscle and strength in the quads and glutes. How to do the belt squat. Set the belt around your hip, brace your core, and lift the weight. Release the weight pin and get yourself into position. With your chest up, squat down until the bottoms of your thighs are parallel to the floor. Now drive back up by pushing your feet through the platform. Number 5. Banded barbell Romanian deadlift. This variation helps add tension to the glutes in the standing position, a position where there is usually no resistance. The resistance band helps give a counterbalance to your torso and allows you to lean forward into the movement. It also gives you an external cue to help you bend your hips rather than rounding at the low back, improving your hip hinging abilities. How to do the banded barbell Romanian deadlift. Load a barbell up with less weight than you would for a traditional deadlift, but get in the same deadlift position. Feet shoulder-width apart and hands gripping the bar just outside the knees. Step your weight into the band and assume a slight forward lean. Push your hips back and lower the bar until it is in the middle of your shins. You should feel a stretch in your hamstrings and glutes. Finish by driving your hips forward, bringing the weight back up, and driving into the band to the starting position. Number 6. Rear foot elevated split squat. A close relative to the Bulgarian split squat, this variation isolates one leg at a time, which also allows a weaker leg the ability to catch up in terms of size and strength. How to do the rear foot elevated split squat. Stand with a dumbbell in each hand and take a step forward, placing one foot toes down on an elevated surface behind you. It should be low enough to not shift your hips to one side. The distance of your step should be about 1 foot. Keep your chest up and squat down until both of your legs bend to around 90 degrees. Stand back up by driving your front foot through the door. Number 7. Sumo Deadlift. The sumo deadlift is a widely used exercise with many health benefits, especially when it comes to adding strength and size to the lower body. This deadlift variation has the lifter take a wider stance compared to the conventional setup, with the feet turned out roughly 30 degrees. How to do the sumo deadlift. To get into position, set your feet just outside of hip width, with your toes pointed out around 30 degrees. From there, push your hips back as you reach down for the bar. Allow the knees to bend naturally as you reach down for the bar. Secure your grip, engage your abdominals, and maintain a neutral head position. Engage the upper back muscles along with the abdominals to help protect the spine and support the torso. Then drive through the floor. As you drive through the floor, drive your hips forward as you reach the top. Return safely back to the starting position by hinging at the hip and controlling the bar as it returns back to the floor. Number 8. Modified Curtsy Lunge. The modified curtsy lunge is a lunge variation that reinforces glute medius and minimus engagement. In this exercise, the lifter sets up in a modified split squat stance with an elevated back foot and the lead foot rotated internally around 10 to 20 degrees. How to do the modified curtsy lunge. Stand with a dumbbell in each hand and place one foot toes down on an elevated surface behind you. It should be low enough to not shift your hips to one side. The lead foot rotated internally around 10 to 20 degrees, aligning with the toes of the lead foot with the knee of the back leg. With a slight lean forward in your torso, squat down until both of your legs bend to around 90 degrees. Stand back up by driving your front foot through the floor. Number 9. Walking Lunge. The walking lunge is a great variation to employ because the step adds a level of focus on balance and coordination, so athletes will often use this exercise as a dynamic lower body training option to train the muscles of the posterior chain. How to do the walking lunge. Stand with your feet together and then take a step forward roughly 18 to 24 inches and plant your foot firmly to the ground. From there, you will allow your front knee to track forward, aiming between the first and second toe, while your back knee drops straight down to the ground. Then, while driving through the floor with your front foot, move your body forward to a standing position, where your back foot will meet the position of the front one. Number 10. Cable Glute Kickback. Glute kickbacks can be effective at growing your glutes. Depending on your setup, you can effectively challenge the glute medius or glute maximus. In this variation, your setup and technique are crucial to the success of the exercise and placing maximal tension where it needs to be. How to do the cable glute kickback. Place a strap attached to the cable around the ankle. Keep your back in a neutral position with your abs engaged. The body will be positioned off-center with the working leg in line with the cable attachment. Tilt your body forward and kick your leg out behind you while maintaining a very slight bend in the knee. Move your leg by squeezing the glute, not arching the lower back. Which of these 10 exercises is the easiest for you? Comment down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. For more interesting facts on the human body, subscribe to the channel. Here are 2 more videos you should check out. Both of them will definitely help you reach your goals.